Yo, what's going on, everybody? Frozen Fists back with another podcast. We got a very special episode this week, brother. We got a very special episode this week. It is UFC Winnipeg Fight Week, boys.
Oh, we made it!
We made it, brother.
Let's go.
We've already had a pretty eventful week for UFC Winnipeg, but still heating up. Got even more stuff tomorrow. We got the ceremonial weigh-ins tomorrow. We got the Q&A tomorrow. And what else we got? We got something else tomorrow, do we not? We got, maybe not. Maybe I'm tweaking.
Q&A, press conference.
I got to make weight tomorrow. I got to make weight tomorrow. I got a competition Saturday morning pre-UFC Winnipeg. So it's an eventful odd day. But I'm looking forward to it, bro. It's going to be fun AF.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, shit, bro. There's not too much else going on. Yeah, we had UFC 327 last weekend, and then yeah, I guess we just got some news to go over. We got a very special interview today. Mandel Nallo, making his UFC debut on Saturday. Sorry, I'm lagging. My brain is all kind of fricked up right now.
Technically, when this goes up, it is tomorrow, so it still works.
True. But yeah, he's making his UFC debut on Saturday. It was a good interview. I can't remember, was that only me and Barrett? I haven't watched it back yet because I haven't edited this pod, but
I think
Mandel one? No.
that was all three of us. Yeah, that was the day we did Aiemann too. So
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Speaking of Aiemann, the boys fucking built a little connection with Aiemann. I actually got some breaking news for you guys. Aiemann just followed us on Instagram. So
Let's go. Shout out Aiemann.
yeah, bro, it was a crazy sequence of events last night. Boys were supposed to go for dinner with Aiemann and his manager, JD. They were getting held back by Firas Zahabi, the coach, TriStar coach. Had some last-second work to do. They got in late, so we ended up just going to the hotel. First, we sticker bombed freaking downtown Winnipeg. Got these Frozen Fist stickers, boy.
Oh, baby.
You know it. Shit's fire. But yeah, we're sticker bombing Winnipeg. And then, yeah, JD invited us over to the hotel. We went and chopped it up with them for like an hour and a half. Just shooting the shit, having great conversations. Talking about MMA. Talking about the business side of it. It was once in a well, that's going to be pretty regular for us. But that was a crazy-ass experience. We met Julian LeBlanc. Met Alan Nascimento. We'll get to his fight news in a bit, which is unfortunate. Met who else? Met Tanner Bozer. Met Firas Zahabi. I feel like there's someone I'm missing.
Did see Barrett saw a little Mark of a Ogden just walking by.
Dude.
Saw the friend of the show, Melissa. Saw a friend of the show, Melissa Croden, and enemy of. No, I'm just kidding. And Jamie Lynn Horth.
Shout out Jamie. Shout out Melissa. Didn't get to talk to them, unfortunately, but
yeah, not enemy of the show. I'm just trolling, but yeah, it was fucking crazy, dude. It was just cool being around all those people. I did not realize Melissa and Jamie were as big as they are. They're fucking big human beings for, like, I don't know. When you see them on TV, bro, I don't know about you guys, but like I don't picture those girls being that big. They're fucking huge, dude. I gotta remember that they're pro athletes, but yeah,
they're tall, bro. They got some length on them.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a nutty little night. And is this dude drinking a coffee right now? You crazy?
I am, bro. I am.
You crazy? No, that's nuts. Yeah, it was just insane. I'm honestly at a loss for words when I think about it or try to talk about it, because it's just like, I don't know, it's so surreal. When we started Frozen Fist, boys, it's, obviously we had these goals, but for it to come into fruition this quickly, especially like a dude like Aiemann Zahabi's fighting the dude who literally got into the sport. It's like a full circle moment almost. So just thank you guys for showing us love. Thank you guys for all the support you've been showing us. I knew that UFC Winnipeg would be a huge week for us, and that's exactly how it's been playing out. And we're going to get a lot of good content for you guys. I'm going to be recording my jiu-jitsu tournament a little bit. Gonna post that on my personal Instagram. I'm gonna link it with the Frozen Fist one, and then we're obviously gonna have a huge ass UFC Winnipeg Fight Week vlog. So
yes, sir.
Shit's already about 3 minutes long. I've been editing it up already. A lot of good videos planned out. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much else to say, bro. It's just been a freaking an eventful week already. and yeah, life is pretty insane right now. So
yeah, bro, that was fun. Shout out JD for giving us that opportunity to come out there and meet the guys. Would have been cool to have a good sit-down dinner with them, but shit, bro, they're busy guys. You know, they're coming in from all around the world, so we understand. It's okay. Shit happens. I did just want to say my mom, shout out mom. She watches the pod religiously. And
Does she really?
Kind of little bit, bro. She was griping on me the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, saying that I use the sentence "not gonna lie" a lot. So I don't catch myself doing that. I guess that's just kind of one of my little, what do they call it? It's like a podcast, like buffer sentence or some shit. Something you just
filler word.
Like a filler word. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I guess I just don't catch myself saying that all the time. So I got to cut out the "not gonna lie." I can't lie. If you guys have been noticing that, comment "not gonna lie." It's not gonna lie. I have a hard time catching that. So I'm sure a couple will slip out here and there, but I'm gonna try to work on that for you boys.
I never noticed that either, but my dad will always make comments too. He'll be like, "You guys realize how much you say Like, no,
I say that a lot. Yeah, I know. I say that a lot.
It's hard. It's hard. Especially, I don't know, dude. We kind of have a fried vocabulary. I think we do use the word bro a little bit too much, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, I don't really notice it. I can't say I notice it, bro. So shout out to Mrs. Sandrowski though. Go. I didn't know she was a avid Frozen Fist watcher.
Shout out mom.
W.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week already, and we're coming up on Friday, coming up on Saturday. Fight week's been hectic. It's been crazy. It's been awesome. It's been, yeah, like Aaron said, it's been surreal just seeing the UFC in our city and meeting some of the fighters. It's been incredible. It's been really fun.
Yeah, incredible is an understatement, dude. It's been special. It's been surreal is a great way to put it. But that being said, we can move on. We can get into the news. I don't know. Do we have lots of news to cover this week? I feel like it's not too much, but
a decent bit. A lot of just more so announcements, some interesting news, but actually a couple big announcements, so I'm hyped for those. We'll start off with Abdul Rahman Yakayev is fighting Julius Walker at UFC Baku on June 27th.
Getting back in there pretty quick. That Baku card is shaping up. Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get to see his last fight because I did fall asleep during it, but I know he got the dub. You guys know how I feel about Julius Walker.
Yep.
Not too high on him, so I feel like this is kind of just another dub for Abdul. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that Baku card's probably gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I think this is a gimme. This is a gimme for Abdul. Obviously, they're trying to build him up a little bit. Another Chechenian guy. He looks really good, very promising, and I think this will be a pretty easy win.
I agree. He's ended all his UFC fights and Contender Series fights in the first round, whether it was TKO, sub, whatever. But he's ended it all in the first round. He's probably one of the best prospects in the light heavyweight division right now. So we're very excited for him. And I think Julius Walker, yeah, it's pretty much it's lined up for him to win this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up, Max Jimenez is out. Marcus Buchecha is in versus Ryan Spann at UFC Vegas 116 on April 25th.
This is the fight of all time.
Yep, it's a fight night of all time too.
Yeah, we do not care, man. We were actually talking about these type of cards yesterday. I would rather see the UFC take a weekend off and disperse these fights onto bigger cards, because what we are about to watch next weekend is fucking ass. Hot ass. So I would rather have a week off, honestly. Give us the weekend to, Dana, we're working hard every weekend, bro. I would rather have a weekend off and enjoy my weekend for once instead of, I always enjoy watching the fights, but you know what I mean. Instead of this bullshit.
They just have the roster is so huge right now. It's like these fight night cards in the Apex, bro, aside from like the main event a lot of the time, it's just prospects, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's people that are just kind of trying to make a name for themselves, getting some wins to add to that record. And yeah, like you said, I think they should instead just kind of throw those on like cards. Have the first 2 to 3 fights be those kind of fights. But like I said, the roster is always expanding, bro. We're always bringing new guys in from, the Contender Series, Ultimate Fighter, shit like that. So it's like there's just way too many fighters that they have to deal with and dish fights out. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Having fights every weekend is fun because it is, enjoyable to watch. But when you have cards like that last Apex card we had, like this next one coming up, it's like, bro, I really, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
I'm literally falling asleep in between fights and missing them because I don't care that much.
Yeah. Don't care.
But, yeah, not going to lie, bro. I just don't care. Hit him with it. Hit him with an NGL.
Shut up and watch the fucking fights, buddy.
Shut up and watch the fucking fights.
Bro, the UFC almost needs like an AHL. They need like a farm league team, like a farm league fucking just for prospects and developing fighters.
It's not a
Bro,
terrible.
that's what the Apex is, bro.
It pretty much is, but like give them a league where they can, or an org that they can fight often in, make a little bit.
They're all just like free on TV. It's just like a little, yeah.
That'd be cool. I guess you got like the LFA, like that's basically that PFL stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Like I said, I would just rather not see this card, to be honest. I'm gonna watch regardless. I do like the co-main Jocelyn Edwards versus Norma Dumont. That's gonna be a good fight. But other than that, I'm not crazy about like really anything on this card. The main
on paper, yeah, it's not nothing stands out. And sometimes, I mean, we saw with the Moicano Duncan card, like that card for the most part performed well.
Yeah.
It's just name wise, there's really nothing. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like these fight nights often do well because it's fighters with no real name value yet, and they have to go out there and make a name for themselves. So they're looking for a finish, but at the same point, it's just, I don't know. I would rather have the weekend off almost, and have these fights on a bigger card. Like this Aljo Yusuf Zalal fight, this could have been on 328.
Yeah.
Could have been on 327, right? Like, I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Could have been the main event for UFC Winnipeg even. So like, I don't know. That's just the way I kind of look at it. I know a lot of people will probably disagree because, some people would rather have fights than no fights on a weekend, but I don't know. From my perspective, I would just rather have the weekend off for once from a media.
Not bad to have a weekend off here and there,
That's what I'm saying, man. Cause then you get a little bit like you got a little bit more horny for the next card,
Exactly.
Your balls are tingling for the next card a little bit. So I don't know, dude. That's just that's my 2 cents. That's my 50 cent.
Yeah, I also think I've seen so many people shitting on this UFC Winnipeg card, and like if they think this card's bad, then what are they going to say about the next weekend's card, about UFC Vegas 116? Like in my opinion, it's also not as great. I mean, it's at the Apex, but like I don't know. People are also shitting on the White House card, so it's this fan base, but
just the average UFC fan base, yeah, they really will hate on anything and everything, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Recent UFC signee Jamie Siraj out of the TriStar Gym will take on John Yanis at UFC Winnipeg this Saturday.
Actually, didn't know he trains at TriStar. Trains with our boys. Yeah, looking forward to that. We got Jamie Siraj coming on the show next week, so Tuesday we will have him on. Looking forward to that conversation. Bro's been through a lot, and I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited to see him get it done on the weekend, and I'm excited to talk to him about it after. It's gonna be cool.
Said it perfectly.
Yeah, so Jamie Siraj, he suffered a brain infection in 2020 before developing an autoimmune disease during his recovery. Honestly, just an insane comeback story. So hyped to talk to him and get his insight and whatnot.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Daniel Rodriguez has been released from jail.
Holy shit, D-Rod. So
Buddy?
the rumors get confirmed. Yep. D-Rod was in jail in Tijuana, carrying what was it, an ounce?
It was just under an ounce, I believe, of the good stuff.
Bro brought an ounce to Mexico. What are we doing, gang?
Bro, it's kind of crazy to me though that the world still geeks out over that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
It is insane. It is insane.
Like, I understand, like, for legal reasons, like, having X amount of weed on you, for example, is technically, like, distribution or whatever the proper term for it is or whatever. But, bro, if a dude wants to get fucking high, let him get high, bro. You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm with you, bro.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate situation for D-Rod. He did say on the Helwani podcast, I believe it was on, that he knew that it was in there and he debated throwing it out. But if you guys smoke weed, you know you're not throwing it out. Come on. There's better things to do with it. So, yeah, maybe the right decision would have been to throw it out and not try to cross the border with it. But like he said, man, you know, going across those like Mexican borders, sometimes you're able to just dish out a little bit of bread here and there and they'll let you through. Apparently that wasn't the case. The Border Patrol was not budging on their stance. So bro ended up going to jail for, what was it, like 8 months?
Yeah, I think it was 8
like
months.
that.
8 months.
And bro was just dialed in, fucking hitting pads in there. His cellmate was an old boxer or boxing coach or some shit. So he was able to hit pads in there, get some work in. He said he made a makeshift punching bag. And yeah, some of the correctional officers or whatever you would call them, the guards in there, knew who he was. So they kind of gave him, you know, they helped him out a little bit, but couldn't work on the ground game. So he's got some work to do. And sounds like maybe a Leon Edwards matchup is in the future for him. That could be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I want to see the Kevin Holland rematch, bro. I do think Kevin Holland won that first one, but apparently, I don't know how true this is.
Holland bailed him out.
Yeah, I was just about to say I don't know how much truth there is behind that, but apparently Kevin Holland bailed D-Rod out for a rematch. I doubt that's true.
No, I don't think it's true.
That's just Kev's fucking sarcasm.
How
Just
funny!
being a little troll.
That would be funny as hell, though. That is some shit he would do, so I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah.
Yeah, so like Quinn said, Daniel Rodriguez says he was offered Leon Edwards for UFC 329 on July 11th, and he will be accepting the offer.
Ooh.
So, it's an interesting matchup, man.
If Leon can't beat a post-prison D-Rod,
he's cooked.
It might be time to hang it up, Leon.
Yeah, that would be beyond cooked.
Yeah, that'd be a big win for D-Rod though, fresh out of jail. To beat Leon Edwards?
That would be huge. That would put bro like, top 10 spot. That'd be nuts.
Back in there. Yeah. Mauricio Rufy is no longer a part of the Fighting Nerds.
Now this was speculated for a while here. Rumors were put to rest, but now it's officially confirmed. I guess. I mean, hey, dude, he's looked a lot better since he's been training at the city kickboxing gym. He looks
much better,
like a different version of himself. Obviously, we saw that Fiziev fight. No real grappling in that fight. I do want to see him fight a grappler again to see, if he's gotten any better, if he's made the necessary adjustments, because he got mauled by BSD. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I can't say I expected that, but I guess
not surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Not surprised. He's been training in Australia for however long now, so.
Yep. Plus with the alleged beef with him and was it John Silva?
Yeah. I don't know how much. Again, I don't know how much truth there is behind that.
Just speculation.
I'm pretty sure that it was kind of confirmed by John Silva on that one interview he did, but yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say on that because I have no idea what's going on behind closed doors, right? So.
Yep. We got the UFC vet Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon at UFC 328 on May 9th.
Little goat prelimer. Fucking Jim Miller.
Couple onks going at it.
Couple old dogs. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is gonna be probably a decent fight, bro. You know, as you know, these guys are old, but I think it might be a pretty good fight. Call me crazy.
It'll be fun.
Okay. They have a combined age of 79.
Damn! Golly, bro.
Put their ages together and you got Donald Trump's age.
How old's Jim Miller going to be at UFC 400?
Ooh.
Bro, at the rate we're going at, Won't be too long from now. It's only a few years away, dude.
Yeah, man. God damn.
Jim Miller at UFC 400. Whew. Man.
Damn.
This was big news. Probably I would say the biggest news of the past week here. Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis at the UFC White House event on June 14th. So
Yeah.
the 7th fight gets added to the White House card.
Yep. This is insane. This is a great matchup. Actually, I don't know if it's a great matchup for Josh Hokett. I think if Josh Hokett tries to fight that way that he did against Curtis Blades, he's getting put out. He's getting put out, boys. He's getting put out. I don't think his chin will last. I just can't see it holding up against a guy like fucking Derek Lewis, dude. You know, Derek Lewis is an actual mutant. Derek Lewis is a fucking... You want to talk about a complete meatball? Derek Lewis is a meatball, bro. He's got too much power behind those hands, and I think if he connects with your chin the right way, he's putting you out. So I don't know how much damage Josh Hokett took. He said no broken bones after that fight, but you get hit that many times by a heavyweight like Curtis Blades, not a slouch. Like, he's still a good fighter. I'm sure that's not good for your chin. I'm sure it's gonna deteriorate the durability of it a little bit. So I don't know how good of a matchup this is for Josh Hokett, but it's gonna be entertaining. I'll tell you that for free.
Yep.
I actually love this matchup for Josh Hokett. I'm not gonna lie. I know you said going into the Curtis Blades fight that there's no way in this world you could see a win for Josh Hokett coming, and then he goes out and does what he does.
Yeah.
Like you did say, Derek Lewis has that power, bro. If he catches you with an overhand right, you're probably going to sleep. But like you also said, you don't think the way Josh Hokett fought against Curtis Blades would work against Derek Lewis. I'm on the other end of the spectrum, bro. I think that's exactly how he needs to fight against Derek Lewis. Because you look at the fight Lewis had against Waldo. I think he kind of gave up in that fight, bro. He got put down with a weird little jab. It almost looked like he slipped under his feet and just got TKO'd.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing about him. You don't know when he comes into these fights if he's actually going to show up to fight, bro. And I think the way Hokett fought against Blades, if he does that to Derek Lewis, bro, I don't think Derek can outlast, the pressure.
Yeah. Speed.
All the heat he's going to put on him, the speed he has. So I think this is a Josh Hokett KO, TKO win.
Ooh.
But like you said, yeah, if Derek comes there to fucking scrap, man, and he hits him with one of those shots, yeah, we could see Hokett getting his lights put out. But he's old. Holy shit, what who farted, bro?
Bro.
Is that fucking Colin coming by on his new bike?
It might be, bro. It honestly could have been. Damn.
Anyways, yeah, no, I think this is a perfect matchup for Josh. I think if he comes out there with the aggression that he did against Curtis Blades, I can't see it going past the first round. I really can't. Especially if Derek just decides to, call it a quit. Like he did against good old Waldo. So yeah, man.
Well,
Josh Hokett, I'm fucking
Riding the train,
it's so
huh?
tough. I'm high on the train, bro. I'm in the Josh Hokett stock, but like I said, it might have been last episode, the antics outside of the octagon I wasn't too big on. But fuck, he won me over with the mic talk, bro.
Don Vato!
Don Vato, the little side characters, bro. You got Shy Josh, you got Don Vato.
The Incredible Hawk.
Mama. Mama. Bro, did you see that paralysis demon video I sent you guys?
Yeah.
Josh, imagine having paralysis, fucking sleep paralysis, and Josh Hokett's your fucking demon, bro. Mama. And then the Don Vato comes out. I thought that shit was so funny, bro. But yeah, I like that matchup for Josh, bro. I'm excited they put that fight on there.
It's an intriguing matchup because you have one guy who, for me at least, I did not like his performance against Waldo. Waldo is very good, but yeah, I just kind of felt like he gave up, or
Looked like a shell of himself.
Yeah, maybe his age was showing. I don't know, but you have that guy, but then you have a guy who impressed us a ton. We had at least me and Aaron did. We had Blades winning. I didn't really see a world in which Josh Hokett was going to dominate as well as he did. So you put these two guys up against each other. Like, what are we going to get, man? Obviously, Derek has that power. but is he at the end of his career? What a spot to retire. Retire at the White House. That'd be crazy if we see that. It'd be a crazy storyline, to cap off his career. Against an up and coming, American heavyweight, it'd be crazy. But there's also the fact that he's going to be fighting in front of the president. He's the president's favorite fighter. Maybe that's going to give him an extra motivation to perform because he's fighting in front of the president, and the president's favorite fighter is him. So, I don't know. Are we going to see like a Derek Lewis that's just hungry and goes out there and starches Josh Hokett in the first round? Like, I don't know, man. As for how Josh Hokett has to play this fight, I mean, I feel like you got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to put the pressure on. Yeah, you got to put the pressure on Lewis. I love Josh Hokett's head movement against Blades for the most part.
I agree.
He was pretty quick with the evading and whatnot, and just being in and out. If we see the Derek Lewis against Waldo, he's not going to be in there long with Hokett. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think Hokett has it's not. I think it's pretty objective. He has a huge speed advantage. Yeah, yes. I think if he. If he's able to put combinations together like he was doing to Curtis Blades and, kind of just avoid getting hit, then I can't see him winning. But I just think, dude, especially like later on in the fight, he was getting hit a lot. And I think, obviously Curtis Blades is, he's a bit faster than Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is more of like a one-punch power type guy. He's not going to put, combinations together on you the way Curtis Blades was. But I just think if Josh Hokett is not careful, I don't think it's gonna be a good night for him. I want to see him win though. I want to see him continue to rise the heavyweight rankings. He's a good person. I think he's really good for this sport. I think he's really good for that division in terms of where it's at right now. So
yeah,
I'm rooting.
He also
for him.
Didn't need to take this fight, bro, because he's number 5 now. Lewis is number 8, so
yeah,
he didn't need to take this fight. Like he's very much betting on himself here.
Kind of gangster, won't lie.
Pretty gangster, but that's his whole thing, man. That's his whole shtick. So
yeah,
bro, this dude should realistically be fighting at fucking middleweight or even light heavyweight, and he's just like you said, he's gangster, bro. He's willing to go out there and fight these fucking fat heavyweights, put on a show for us.
Yeah,
trying to knock you out with his middle finger. Didn't work against Curtis this time, bro. Was spamming that shit. But
yeah, he tried, bro. He tried.
What are you gonna do?
I think we might kind of see a resurgence in the heavyweight division with smaller, faster guys. Because I think you see, even like Gable Stevenson, we'll talk about him in a bit here. He's smaller. I think he's 6'1", so same height as Hokett.
I think he's heavier.
Lighter or heavier than Hokett, yeah, but smaller, faster, bro. I think that beats out bigger, heavier guys for the most part in most situations.
Yeah.
So maybe the heavyweight division, get some smaller, quicker guys in there, and interesting things happen.
We'll see, brother. We'll see.
But, we also saw Derek Lewis swinging for the fences in that Waldo fight, and just gassing out very quickly because he's just trying to put him out, and he's missing all these shots. And Hokett's fast.
Yeah.
And he'll evade those punches for the most part, unless it's the third round, and, he's just middle fingering you and backing off and just, trying to slug it. But I don't know. This is a very interesting fight. Do we know where this is placed on the card? I'm guessing this is not the opener because I think they still want Diego Lopez to open the card.
This will probably be right after the Lopez fight, I would think.
I was gonna say I think this one might be right before the Sean O'Malley, Aiemann Zahabi fight.
Oh shit!
Really? Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
That's my guess, just because of the entertainment value that this one's gonna have, and the build up. So
maybe you put this after the Bo Nickel fight.
I was gonna say maybe.
Who knows? 2
Americans. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it'll open the card though. Yeah.
Pretty much a guaranteed KO. I think you have to expect that.
Yeah, for the most part.
White House, they're going in there to put each other out, I think.
Yeah. Every fight has the potential to be a KO, which is nuts.
All 7 fights could end in a KO/TKO. I think that's
it's pretty insane.
Potentially inevitable. Next up, Gable Steveson has officially signed with the UFC and will debut at UFC 329 on July 11th.
Is heavyweight back, boys?
Boys.
Is heavyweight back?
Dude, Pereira,
Steveson at International Fight Week.
Hokit, Gable.
Heavyweight might be
Steven
back.
Asplin.
Heavyweight might be back. It's just some exciting guys coming up through the pipeline now. Yeah, Steven Asplin got Hokit in here, obviously. Gable Steveson, I think, dude, Gable Steveson is retardedly athletic. I think he has legit potential to be a champion. I don't know how he fares against like a guy like Poton. I also don't know. Well, what was Poton's deal? 8 fights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude, hold on. I was going to say something. We're about to see John Jones frickin' corner Gable in a fight against Poton.
Shit, bro. Well, and then Poton's going to chin Gable, and John Jones is going to come in the octagon and do a face-off, bro.
Yo, and then they're going to build that up to like UFC 400.
UFC 400 is nuts.
UFC 350.
Can you imagine Poton fights till UFC 400? Holy shit, bro.
UFC 350, bro.
I was seeing some people say, is Poton a top 10 GOAT if he beats Cyril Gane? And I was thinking in my head, bro, top 10.
He's already top 10.
I put him top 2 or 3 if he beats Cyril Gane. And if he beats Tom Aspinall, I'm putting him top 1. I'm putting him as the GOAT. So
it all depends on where you hold the Islams, the Habibs, the GSPs, the Mighty Mouse. Like, it all depends on how high you have those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
think he's easily top 10 right now with a win over Cyril. I think that goes top 5 because you're still talking about guys like you said, John Jones, fucking Mighty Mouse, fucking GSP, Anderson Silva. I think he's in there with those guys, bro. I think that's a top 5 for him for sure. And then if he goes out there and fucking beats Tom Aspinall, bro,
that's the GOAT.
And then fights out the rest of his contract for whatever reason. I can't see why he would do that. Like I did say before, I do think he's going to retire. I don't think he's actually going to fight the whole 8 fights. Might retire with 2 or 3 more on there, but shit, man, if he can clear out Gable Steveson, fucking Josh Hokit if he gets up there.
It's very doable to get 8 fights, bro. It is.
First guy to get 3 belts.
Crazy.
This guy's definitely since we've started watching, probably the GOAT, I would say.
Yeah.
He's the new gen GOAT for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And just the whole potential 3 belts, bro. Like, that's
crazy. He's looking like a thick git right now. Holy.
Yeah.
That boy big.
How big is that dude, bro?
That boy big. Bro, this dude might have to cut weight to fight heavyweight fuck. Holy shit.
Dude's walking around
bro, almost at 260.
Yeah, he's fucking huge, bro. It's crazy. And it took John Jones 2 years to bulk up like that. This dude Poton doing it in...
Oh, he's probably loving life right now too, man.
Oh my gosh, dude. Probably.
Filling that belly up.
Doesn't have to worry about cutting weight. Walk around at whatever weight he wants. Yeah, he's definitely chilling for sure.
Bro, it's actually he might weigh more on fight on fight night than Strogan.
I wouldn't put it past. Yeah, honestly, I could definitely.
He might actually be heavier than Cyril. And Cyril comes in at different weights here and there. It's always around the same area, but it's never the same weight. But fucking Poton, man, that dude's ballooning up right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just bulking, and then he's gonna
chisel
cut
out.
that a little bit, chisel out. I feel like he's gonna enter that fight with a 6-pack regardless, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking Poton's looking scary. How did that dude ever make 185?
How many times are we gonna hear that on UFC Freedom 250? We're gonna hear that at least 3 to 4 times.
Every time we hear that, we gotta take a fucking shot of tequila, bro.
Ah, hell nah.
We gotta do it, bro.
Ah, hell nah.
I think Poton will sharpen up a little bit. I think he'll probably come in at no less than 245. I think it'll be 245, 250.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, who do we think Gable's gonna go up against at UFC 230 or 329?
Well, I'm sure they put him right into the rankings.
Yeah.
He's getting a top 5, I think.
I was gonna say like an anti-Delia or something like that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people say Marcin Tybura.
Oh, poor guy, dude. Give this guy a break, man. Give this guy a break.
I do like anti-Delia. I do like that matchup. I think that matchup is very, very...
Fucking give him Waldo, bro. Fuck it.
Give him Shamil.
Oh. Nah, you can't do that.
Shamil's booked. He's fighting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can't sign Gable and then have him get slimed out by Shamil Gaziev, bro.
You're right, bro. You're right. What am I thinking?
Go.
What am I thinking, dude?
Bro, I like a Waldo matchup.
Waldo versus Gable?
Yeah.
Would they do that though? That's their that's their baby plus a up and comer, bro. I don't know if they would do it.
No, they wouldn't.
To see it, I would love to see that.
That would be a good fight. That'd be a high level fight. I don't know if Gable is. Oh man, I don't know. How many MMA fights does he have? 3 or 4? Like, obviously the wrestling.
3, I think.
Yeah, obviously the wrestling background, but like, it's interesting. I don't know. I really don't know how this is gonna play out. I think he has very high potential. His ceiling is so high.
Yeah. The next John Jones of heavyweight, like the next up and coming heavyweight, the big top dog. I don't know. He's got a lot of hype coming in. I think you got to handle this situation very carefully, because you don't want to like push him too quick and then just have him kind of fizzle out.
Yeah,
I really wouldn't worry about that, bro. The heavyweight division is fucking dog shit right now. I know we were just talking about it getting better with all the guys we're bringing in, but bro, the ranked fighters in that division are fucking... I'm not even going to say what I want to say.
You got Tai Tuivasa still in a ranking spot, so...
You're about to call them chuds, weren't you?
Bro, you genuinely could throw Gable Steveson in there fighting for a belt if the division hasn't been playing out the way it's been playing out.
That's not crazy, yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, he could probably beat anyone outside the top 5 for the most part right now.
100%.
So,
I even think he could beat guys inside the top 5, and that's why I'm willing to give him Waldo, because I do think he deals with Waldo pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm in the same boat as Ronnie-san. He's only had, I think, 3 professional MMA fights. Obviously, a great wrestler, but you know, I want to see this first fight first in the. Which is why I think you have to give him someone, you know, kind of outside of the top 7.
Okay. Let's speed this up, bro. Let's get into the damn UFC fucking news.
UFC 327 bonuses went to Blades vs. Hokit, and then the performance of the nights went to Carlos Ulberg and Josh Hokit, and his name
Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa. Dude was pissed that Josh Hokit took his bonus, bro. Don't be pissed at Josh Hokit. Be pissed at the UFC for not giving you a bonus, bro.
I think Paulo deserved one. I think Paulo deserved that performance bonus. Paulo looked good. Obviously, Josh Hokit looked good, but that was a war.
Yeah.
That was back and forth, dude. You already got 100 bans. Like, I don't know. I think Paulo deserved it. No one expected Paulo to win that fight, or you know, a very small percentage of people did. Yeah. And he performed great, bro. He looked unreal. That was the best Paulo Costa we've seen probably since we started watching.
Oh yeah.
I think he kind of got done dirty there. I'm not gonna lie.
I think both guys deserved it. I'm not gonna make a whole gripe about it. If Costa would have got it, I would have understood why. Hokit got it, I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
This really just furthermore proves that the UFC needs to get away from this 2 performance of the night bonuses a card. You know, at this point we need 3 or 4 with some of the fights we're getting.
But the price has gone up, bro. Dana don't want to give that money out. You know, Dana don't want to give out 500 bands.
Shut up and watch the fights.
I guess so, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna do my job. Dana do his. Fuck it.
Yeah, that was. We'll get to it, but we got Faraz Ziam versus Tom Nolan at UFC Vegas 118 on June 6th. This is a good little fight. A lot of people pissed that Tom Nolan's getting this fight though.
I'm not pissed about that. I'm pissed that Faraz Ziam is fighting out of the rankings. He's ranked and he's fighting out of the rankings coming off a win. I don't think that makes sense. I think he deserves to fight up in the rankings. He's been looking good lately. I don't know. I think it's a weird matchup, but hey, I'm not complaining because this is going to be a fucking banger. This is gonna be a
Nope.
certified banger. So I'm not complaining whatsoever.
Yeah, another banger at the Apex, boys. Let's go.
Shame, yeah, criminal that this is at the Apex. Criminal that this is at the Apex. It's not right. It's not right. This is bullshit.
We got Jean Matsumoto versus Beksat Almakhan at UFC Baku on June 27th, bro. June 27th card looking pretty good.
It's another good fight. Another good fight.
Yep.
Great fight.
Sad news here. Ronnie-san took a pick with him. Alan Nascimento versus Mitch Raposo at UFC Winnipeg this Saturday is off due to Mitch getting sick.
Come on, Mitch. Fuck.
Very unfortunate.
Looking forward to that fight, man. Looking forward to Alan Nascimento getting it done. And I just hope Charles DuBronx doesn't leave the city before the meet and greet or the Q&A, dude. That's what all that matters to me. But
Yeah.
no, in all seriousness, this is upsetting. I was looking forward to this fight. Well, probably, outside of all the Canadians, it's one of the fights I was looking forward to. So, it sucks. Sucks. Poor Alan. He was looking when we saw him yesterday. I could tell he was looking depleted. Looked like he was starting his weight cut. He was starting to probably shed some pounds, and yeah, that just sucks. That sucks for him. Sucks for
Very
Mitch too.
unfortunate.
Sucks for
It
Mitch too.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, very
Shitty,
unfortunate. Finally, I guess this is the Alan Nascimento versus Mitch Raposo. That fight has been rescheduled to UFC Vegas 119 on June 20th. So
Okay. Another.
see it soon, just not this weekend, unfortunately. But
Yeah. Is that everything for the news?
it's everything. Let's send it over to the boy Mandel.
Let's go. All right. As mentioned, we got Mandel Nallo on this episode 39. Shout out to Mandel. We had a good conversation with him. Very chill, dude. Very relaxed. He's got a lot of aura, dude. And I think he's going to go out there. And I could see him putting Jai Herbert out this weekend, boys. He's never been to the judges. Never been to the judges. UFC debut, as I mentioned. Former Bellator fighter. A lot of power. Very creative. And obviously it trains with some top level guys, a top level coach. So expect big things from Mandel. He is 36, so getting a little bit up there, but very promising, very skilled. And I've never heard anyone say like a bad thing about this guy in terms of his fighting skill. Like I swear, everyone who I hear talk about him glazes him and talks about how good he is. So I expect.
Yeah, I've heard he should have been in the UFC like years ago.
Yeah. So I'm expecting an amazing performance. He's got a tough matchup for his debut, but we talked about that and we got to hear his point of view. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll cut over to that right now. What's going on, everybody? Frozen Fists back with another interview. We got a very special guest today. New addition to the UFC, making his debut just a few weeks in our home city. We're very grateful to have Mandel Nallo on. Mandel, thank you for your time. Very appreciative. How has camp been going, and just how's life?
Yeah, life is good. Life is good when there's a fight, and just generally, you can never complain. Things can always be worse. So I think life is as good as it gets, and camp Faraz is for me, the best coach of all time, MMA, he's a genius, and you follow what he says and good things will happen.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I actually do have a question about him later. We'll get into that. But yeah, I agree. Every day is a good day. We woke up today, so that's a blessing in itself.
That's
But
right.
a question I like to ask everyone, every single one of our guests, because it's always just interesting to hear stories. But how did you get your start into MMA? I saw that you started with Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, which is pretty unique. Don't really see that too often. So can you just kind of tell us about that?
Yeah, so I moved around a lot as a kid with my family, and it was probably grade 10. So I was, what, 16,
Yeah.
15. Um, I needed something to do. It was kind of like between sports seasons, I wasn't playing basketball or anything. So my mother just kind of forced me to go to this Japanese jiu-jitsu gym. And it was cool, but I was, a teenager that didn't really care about anything. I just wanted to play World of Warcraft and mess around with my friends. So like after the week trial or whatever, I was like, I just won't go back, you know. And then I got the follow-up call, and being like a spineless teenager, I was just like, yeah, I'll show back up on Monday. And then I started paying a membership, and that was it. And then I really didn't like anything else. I basically just spent all my time training.
Yeah, just got addicted to it right away.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Nice.
Awesome. First question for me. Obviously, I got to ask, you're making your debut. How excited are you to be doing that, representing your country on home soil? And does that add any motivation?
No, like I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but whether you're fighting in a high school gym in front of a couple hundred people or in a stadium, every fight's your most important, or your most recent is your most important. So like it doesn't add motivation. I do think it's cool to fight in Canada. I talk about this a lot with people. Being a fighter coming out of Canada is not it's not that easy, you know, like we don't get support that other places or guys from other places get. So you really have to love it. And I think there's a good amount of camaraderie between us Canadian fighters, even if we're not from the same gym, like we all more or less get it.
Right.
When I was in Vegas for the Contender show, I saw Cody Kovanchuk, who I've never met, but I know of him because he's another fighter on the scene, and like it's just nice. Like we're just happy to see another guy because I know the way we're viewed globally and by the UFC is just like, oh, we have two Canadians. What do we need another one for? You know, like we're not
Yeah.
viewed as this big country. We're just like, yeah, like we have a that slot filled. So it's nice to see that there are a good amount of us now.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Canadian MMA seems very tight knit in the UFC.
Yeah, yeah, because there aren't that many of us, you know, and I know
Yeah.
that the fans' perception is that we suck. So it's like we're fighting an uphill battle in many
Yeah.
ways.
I feel like
I think it,
we really are trending upward though.
yeah.
Like obviously we had you and Cody last year on the Contender Series. You got Aiemann, breaking into the top five. Jasmine, Mike, like all on the
Yeah,
uptrend. So
we're hitting our stride for sure.
hmm
Yeah, I'm curious to know like what was the process like of getting on the Contender Series? Did they reach out to you? And if you don't mind, could you briefly run us through how that came to be?
Yeah, it was like came out of an unfortunate event because I was supposed to fight on a local show here, um, and then my opponent fell through, but there was a potential for me to get on the UFC that was the next night. So I was like, oh, okay, nice. I'll keep cutting weight. And then I didn't get that opportunity. Kyle Prepelic got the opportunity. So my fight completely fell apart. My camp was more or less a waste.
Hmm.
Um, but as is the case most of the time in this sport. Like if you keep a positive outlook and don't be sad for yourself because the amount of guys uh who their fight falls apart, like, oh, I'm the most unlucky fighter in the world. It's only me, you know. Every single card there's like five guys who, they
Yeah.
got injured or their opponent backed out or visa issues or whatever. So like just keep a positive mindset. Understand that you did the work. So like you're one training camp better before it. So something good will happen. And then like a week later, my manager called me and said, "Hey, they're going to give you a shot on the contenders at the end of the year." Um, and then they told me the opponent pretty early. And having been a guy who was kind of floating around on the regional scene since being in Bellator, it was such a luxury to know the date and the opponent like 2 months
Hmm.
out rather than like, oh, you're fighting in 3 weeks in Mexico. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
okay, fine. So yeah, it was simple, and obviously the fights are more challenging because the opponents are higher skill, but um the other things that come along with it make it slightly easier, you know?
hmm
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one I want to ask you, I kind of briefly mentioned, but I want to talk about your coach for us. Obviously, I agree. Probably if not one of the best coaches in MMA. Can you just explain the added confidence you have going into fights because you have that kind of mind behind you? And also, I know at TriStar, like you guys got like Arnold Allen there a lot, Calvin Cater, I saw Rob Font, just a lot of big names go there. So, what's the added confidence having that kind of pedigree behind you?
Yeah, like to me, obviously coach fighter relationship, it's a lot about synergy. So I don't want to say like, oh yeah, Frez the only way to get good, but for me, having having the confidence in him to set out a game plan, and he knows that he can trust me to do the work, and we really kind of focus in on the right tools for the job for every fight. So he's not going to make me fight like Aiemann fights. No, how many TriStar guys fight like George? Like only George. Rory became world champion fighting like Rory. Like obviously there are things that we need to do that are just baseline, but nobody fights like Arnold. I can't box the way Arnold can box, and I look at how much success Arnold has. I know, like he just lost to John Silva, but technically, he's significantly better than John Silva. That was like, maybe a tactics issue, maybe a cardio issue, but same with the Mosar fight. Like Arnold looks like a superstar. He could easily be challenging for the title or the world champion with if fights go slightly differently. So it's so nice knowing that your coach isn't trying to shoehorn you into their style. And Faraz is, to me, the best at finding what a guy can excel at and accentuating those skills.
Mhm.
I'm sure before every fight, whether that's, during camp or just building up to it, you have to deal with some nerves and pressure, right? Humans as a whole, that's just something we deal with. How do you typically deal with those types of things?
You just train. It's the best way to get comfortable with that feeling. Because basically your body's just like, what the hell is happening? This is crazy. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this. So like, if you just prepare yourself with that activity, you feel so much better but at the end of it. So like people ask me a lot about how to deal with nerves because I seem like a pretty easygoing guy. Um, but if I know I've been in the gym, enough and I've done every single bit of work that there is to do, then what's there to be nervous about? It's out of my hands at that point.
100%. Are you a stereotypical guy? Like, do you do certain things on the fight day that you would always kind of do fight day, or you
I
kind of just go
used
with the
to.
flow?
I used to
Yeah,
be very superstitious. I gotta wear this t-shirt to sparring. I gotta have, these wraps. I gotta wrap my hand this. Now it doesn't matter. I know
right.
that that's all stuff. Maybe it makes you feel more comfortable, but really, your life can never be perfect. So you gotta figure out a way of performing without all those comforts, especially traveling and having to go around. I cornered some friends, in Japan, and like you're not going to have your regular routine no matter how
Hmm.
much you try. So the sooner you can let that stuff go and just understand you're the only constant in the equation, the better you'll be able to perform fight over fight.
Yeah.
100%.
So for our listeners who may be attending UFC Winnipeg, what can they expect from you, and could you explain your style?
I'm just a guy. But I think my style is pretty exciting, luckily for me. Even going into the contender series, everybody understands that you don't go there just to get a 30-27. That's an easy way to be blacklisted from the UFC. If you go in there and hug the guy against the fence and score, okay, great, you got your show and win, but kiss your career in the UFC goodbye.
Yeah.
So luckily, I don't have to deal with that stuff. So far in my career, everything's been pretty cool, exciting to watch. And I don't know what that is because in my life I'm just I'm just a normal dude, but cage mode, things get interesting. So,
Hmm.
it's not going to be boring. I'm not a bathroom break fighter.
Oh yeah.
We love that. Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question, but I didn't really know how to word it. But I've seen like, I don't mean to pump your tires or anything. I've seen a lot of guys praise you a lot, like we mentioned Arnold Allen. I've seen a lot of comments like that, so I have no doubts about that. But a little bit of a different one for me here. I know you have your clothing brand, Rat Garbage, super sweet
Hmm.
stuff. I like all the content you put out about that stuff, not just the clothes, but like just the art and stuff. It looks cool.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I just want to know how you kind of started making clothes. What was the motivation behind it, and if you have any new drops coming soon.
Yeah, there will be. I I intended to make something after the last fight, and then stuff gets in the way, and I am a perfectionist in a strange way. I think And I know that it's a problem, where they say, what is it? Like, what if you want something to be perfect, you'll never put it out or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
so my my whole goal is to try to make something in Canada, fully Canadian, and so far I've been able to do that. Like I ship all the packages myself. I make all the art. The t-shirts are milled in Ontario. The print shop, I drive to the guy. We talk about how we're gonna do all the placements. And then trying to make cooler stuff, it's hard here because we don't have the manufacturing that you could easily just get stuff made in China, and I'm trying to not do that. So like I have all these ideas, and then I'm just like, why would I not just go, so I'm just trying to figure that out. But yes, there will be some new stuff. I just don't want to keep putting out t-shirts. People have enough t-shirts. I,
I,
I
I
want to
saw
try
those
to make some
jackets
cooler
you're
shit.
I saw those jackets you're putting out. I like those. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to make bomber jackets that look
Ooh,
like with 3M on them that look like garbage bags. I think
dope.
that's the the next thing I'm gonna try to make before the fall.
That'd be sweet. That'd be
Hell
sweet.
yeah. Okay, so I gotta ask, obviously, this matchup with Jai Herbert, it's gonna be a good fight. What kind of problems can someone like him offer to you, considering this will be his 10th fight going in, obviously in the UFC, and this is your debut? What's kind of the game plan without giving too much away?
I mean, the game plan's pretty simple is avoid the things he's good at doing. Obviously Jai's way more skilled than his record in the UFC shows. If you watch a lot of the fights, they're tight. Like he's he's never been fully beat down. Even look, he got knocked out by Ilya, but he put him down before that, and
Hmm.
Ilya just showed exceptional heart and like a crazy chin. Ilya's got, one of the best chins in the
It's
UFC. It's
insane.
ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
So like you have to remember that even though the guy is beatable, clearly, he's never been blown up. So like you really have to stay on your P's and Q's. You can't get ahead of yourself and go like, oh yeah, this guy, he's got a losing record in the UFC. It's time for me to show everybody what's up. Like you got to stay smart, and he's a tall guy, and I think that at lightweight, me being a tall, rangy guy too, it's easy to kind of expect to be quicker on the jab, be the longer fighter, and use those tools to win. But you see it all the time. A taller guy runs into another tall guy, and all of a sudden their jab and their whole game plan falls out the window. So
Mhm.
that's one of the risks of fighting a guy like Jai. How many
Right.
people has he out jabbed? Like plenty.
Yeah.
Hmm.
100%. And so with that said, could you give us a prediction? How's this fight going to play out? What kind of fashion are you going to get it done in?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't like to make predictions. I'm
Fair
gonna,
enough.
I should make do something cool though.
I like to hear it.
All
There we
right.
go.
I wanna build off that quickly. A lot of fighters we've had will say like they don't watch film and stuff, but are you one of those guys who really likes to, know your opponent really well before going into the octagon? I know some people will say like the film will kind of make them overthink, but do you feel that way?
No, I think it's like feel like that's cope. Maybe I'm lying, but for me, like if you have information on the guy, why wouldn't you use
Mm-hmm.
it to build a game plan? Like even if it's just like subtle things that you're subconsciously going to pick up on, why wouldn't you use every tool in your arsenal? And I understand why people don't like watching tape. It is nerve-wracking, especially the guys got KO wins and stuff. You're like, I don't want to see this before I've got to fight him, but the reality is you have to. It's the simplest way to to I guess game plan or use your imagination, visualize a win is to see what either ways that he was beaten or ways that he beat guys and to patch those holes in your own game. So no, I definitely make sure I watch guys not like every day or anything, but you need
Yeah.
to understand how they move.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about it a bit, your clothing brand. What are some other things you like to do outside of MMA?
Uh, it's hard to say. I like comedy. I like not stand up or
Yeah.
anything. I think stand up sucks. Um, but I like funny things and I like to to hang out with my family. I like hanging out with my kids, and just being a good father, being a normal dude. I think most people outside of the gym don't know what I do at all. Like I drop my kids off at school. Nobody knows that I do this, which is the way I prefer it, you know. I think
Mhm.
fighting is such a strange piece of life that if you make it your whole life, you're setting yourself up for failure down the line. Oh yeah, and I have a gym and I like teaching. So
Hell yeah.
TriStar Toronto, come check us
Hey,
out.
all
Me
Shout
right.
and the
out.
Sims brothers.
All
Yeah.
right, dope. I want to ask one more thing about kind of outside of the octagon. You mentioned World of Warcraft earlier. Are you still hopping
Yeah.
on the vids often? Are you a video game guy still?
Unfortunately, no. Maybe when my kids are older, but I can't be a father
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then be like forcing my kids to go to bed early so I can raid, you know? The most I'll do is I'll play like a game of Hearthstone or something, but I suck. I'm terrible because I don't keep up with the meta or anything. But I'm always up to date with current games, you know. I
Yeah.
like to see what's going on. And every now and again I'll be like, "Oh, I should get the new Steam box that they're going to put out so I can start playing video games." But what am I going to play video games? Oh.
Fair enough. I honestly didn't even know that you're a father. How has that kind of changed, I guess, MMA, like your training schedule, I guess the way you approach fights. I know a lot of guys like I like to use Charles Oliveira as an example. Like when he had his daughter, he just, he started turning up. It was like a different kind of hunger. Did you feel that way too?
Uh, yeah, and I think it provides like a good amount of perspective because fighters have a way of making it like obviously it's very important in my life, but even in the lives of the people who love me, my teammates, my family, like they can't care as much as I do, and they don't care about the outcome as much as I do. Like only I feel that weight, and it's kind of nice to understand like, you know, I won the biggest fight of my career on Contender. I go home, my kids they don't they don't know what's going on, you
Yeah.
know, they're just happy that their dad's back, and that's kind of a nice feeling to not feel like it everything hinges on this one moment, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is that everything, QJB? You got something else?
No, that's all. I was gonna ask. Yeah, like I didn't know you were a father either. That's awesome to hear. How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking? And do they kind of have an idea of what dad does for a living?
Only re yeah, they're 4 and 6,
Okay.
two boys. Only recently have they kind of understood a little bit about what I do, but they've never seen me fight or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm not one of those like bring your kids to the
Mhm.
stadium people. I think I don't know, I feel like it would be damaging as a kid. I'll never forget Max Holloway bringing his son to Toronto when he fought Dustin Poirier
Mm.
and getting brutalized and his kid's bawling
Yeah.
his eyes out. Like, that's not a good memory. As much as
Yeah.
the great memories of your dad holding a belt over his shoulder and bringing you in the cage, that bad one's got he's got to stick with
Yeah.
you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Are
so
you,
they get it. They understand like I work hard
yeah.
and I'm when I'm away from Toronto it's to train, but they don't understand the violence that goes on.
Totally, yeah. I know a lot of fighters, well, not just fighters, but people who train kind of push their kids into training just for like self-defense reasons as well. Do you plan to do the same?
Mike, like because I have a gym and I train all the time, my kids are on the mats. You know, they
Mm.
know jujitsu. They'll have, black belts eventually, but no, they're not, they can do whatever they want as long as they're committed to it.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. A lot of MMA fighters or aspiring MMA fighters who are young, they don't they don't really love the job. They love the idea of being a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but anybody I've seen who's been successful has like really loved the game, like every aspect of it.
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
as long as your kids can commit to something like that, then it is what it is.
that's dope.
But
That's
hopefully not fighting. So I can't believe I do this to my poor mother.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no kidding.
Terrible.
Barrett, you got anything else?
Um, no, I think that's it.
All right. Well, Mandel, thank you again. Like, greatly appreciate your time. We're very excited to see you live. It's our first UFC event, so you'll probably hear us in the stands.
Cool,
We're,
buddy. I'll
we
see you guys at the show.
Hell
absolutely,
yeah.
man. Absolutely.
We're pumped.
We're looking forward to it. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
again. Greatly
Of course.
appreciated. This will probably be going up in a couple weeks, so I'll be posting clips and stuff. I'll tag you in them. But yeah, thank you, man. Greatly
Cool.
appreciated.
Have a good day, boys.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mandel.
brother.
You too.
And we're
Peace out.
back. Shout out to Mandel again for coming on. Shout out to JD for helping making that possible. Yeah, it was a great little interview. I enjoyed talking to him. Like I said, he's a very chill, relaxed dude. He pretty soft spoken, pretty quiet dude, but gave us kind of the inside look into camp and whatnot. And yeah, just very grateful for Mandel coming on. I remember watching his Contender Series fight, and we're just like going ecstatic for him because of how fucking good he was, how much power he has. So I'm looking very forward to that fight. That's going to be a fun one to watch this weekend. The featured fight on the main card. Other than that, I guess we can get over to UFC 327.
Yeah.
It's coming off of UFC 327 from last weekend. It was a very deep card. It was a pretty good card, honestly, like in terms of finishes, in terms of entertainment. I enjoyed it. We had some big finishes pretty early on in the card. We had the Vicente Luque Kelvin Gastelum fight. Barrett got that one right.
Predicted that to a T.
The predictor, Vicente Luque got it done with the Darce choke in the first round. I can't remember if it was a Darce or Anaconda. It was one of the two, but yeah, I mean, Kelvin had him hurt and couldn't get it done. Didn't capitalize, and Vicente came back, hurt Kelvin, and then fucking choked.
Dropped him.
Yeah, dropped him too. Of all people, I know Kelvin does get dropped, but he doesn't get put out often. And then subbed his ass. Yeah, let's give Kelvin a round of applause for making weight as well. Making weight. I don't know if we've ever witnessed Kelvin Gastelum make weight, so shout out him, I guess.
Just how good is Vicente at 185?
Yeah, obviously the tail end of his career. I doubt he really does anything with this, but he looked very good. Obviously,
Yeah,
didn't have to deplete himself to make weight, so that's a bonus. That's a bonus right there. Next fight I want to mention is the Chris Padilla versus Markel Medeiros fight. So originally, judges gave it to Chris Padilla, which is the right decision in my opinion. He was walking forward the whole fight. Markel was hitting him with the harder shots, probably the more cleaner shots, but I think Chris was controlling that whole fight. About an hour after the fight ends, the fight gets overturned to a draw. Pretty crazy stuff. I don't really know if we've ever seen. I don't know if we've ever really seen something like that. It was very interesting, but yeah, I didn't even know you could really do that. I didn't know fights could get overturned like that. I thought they had to go through like a process of getting like flagged and stuff, and then like have complaints about them. But I didn't really see any.
I thought they were saying it was just called wrong.
I'm pretty sure it got overturned like an hour later.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I heard or what I saw. Yeah, really interesting situation. If that's the case, then that makes a lot more sense. If it was overturned, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that was something that happened, but yeah, very.
If it was a close fight, I mean, sure, this was a close fight, but if it was closer, I get that. But bro, I feel like Chris pretty clearly won this. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Markel got a point taken from him too, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, which doesn't help his case at all, bro.
It doesn't. Like I said, he was hitting the cleaner shots. He was getting through with a lot of elbows. I'm okay with a draw. I just think it's weird that they would overturn it like that after giving Chris the win already. But I honestly, I had Chris winning, and coming out of that fight, at the end of it, I didn't really know who they were going to give it to. So I'm fine with a draw, but I do think it's like the whole situation is crazy.
Yeah.
I got nothing to add.
Right.
I was also just going to say, if he didn't get a point taken, I see that being a draw. But the fact that he got a point taken and still got a draw is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that is the crazy part. So clearly a couple of the judges were giving Markel those rounds, which is
exactly.
That's kind of weird, but yeah, went the way it did, and just a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
Moving on to the prelims, Tatiana Suarez versus Lupi, opening up the prelims with a pretty dominant little performance. I mean, Loopy looked good in that first round.
She knocked her, bro. She stunned her.
Yeah, knocked her down, and then
Not twice.
couldn't get it done. Tatiana Suarez is probably one of the best grapplers in women's MMA. So, when she was able to get Loopy down to the ground, it wasn't close. It wasn't close, and then she obviously got that finish. It was a rear naked choke, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah,
But
I think it was. Yeah.
Tatiana Suarez back into title contention again.
Hey.
Next fight, Gamrot versus Esteban Ribovic.
There's levels to this shit, man.
Yeah, shit went exactly how pretty much everyone saw it going. Gamrot's too good for Ribovic right now anyways. I'm pretty high on Ribovic. I think he can learn from this loss and, be better for it in the future. But, yeah, Gamrot did absolutely show that there is levels to this game, levels to this sport. And, yeah.
You said it perfectly, brother. Again, I got nothing to add.
Um,
Take the word right out of my mouth.
Yeah, pretty much went how I expected. Don't got anything else to add, really.
All right.
Gamma domination, really.
Yeah. Next fight, Kevin Holland, Randy Brown. Kevin Holland, my boy. My boy. Kevin Holland seems like a bit more dialed in than he usually is, boys. Am I crazy for saying this? He's been looking like he's matured a little bit lately. Coming off that Mike Malott loss, he's getting his ball sack kicked in. He's looking like a different version. And he controlled the first 2 rounds pretty convincingly. Third round is a little bit closer, but the fight was already won. How Randy Brown got out of that Darce choke, I can't remember if it was a Darce or anaconda. That was insane. That was genuinely nuts. That's Kevin's bread and butter. And, yeah, Randy Brown got out of it. But great fight, pretty competitive. The third round was a little bit boring, but it was competitive until then. I don't know if you guys have much to add.
I think Kev's gonna look a lot better if he's an active fighter, right? He likes to go out there and just scrap. I think he's gonna be taking a little bit more time off in between fights now. That's gonna give him more time to rehab little injuries he's got, little niggles here and there, as our boy Cam Ralston would say.
Yeah.
And I think just like I said, some time in between fights I think will do him good. So obviously I think he still does want to stay active, but I just don't think it'll be fight couple like a month or 2 off and then another fight.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more like take 4 months off, 5 months off, maybe 2 fights, maybe squeak in 3 a year. But yeah, bro looked fucking good, man. And shout out to Randy Brown, like you said, bro. Insane how he got out of that choke. And bro, I do want to add, these guys are fucking boys. I don't know if you saw the little back and forth they had on the Instagrams or the Twitters or whatever it was on, but going back and forth, talking about, oh, why did you give me a black guy? I'm already black enough. And then Randy Brown's like, oh, I'm icing my leg at the club or wherever I'm at right now. I can't even go dance with big booty Latinas and shit like that. Funny little interaction between them on the socials. So it's nice to see, bro. They love fighting, bro. They're not there for the beef. It's all sport at the end of the day. And yeah, those are 2 guys I would like to see. They have a fun dynamic. So if they become friends, I'm all for it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, big win for Kev. I am shocked Randy survived that submission attempt. That shit was crazy.
That was crazy, yeah. Kevin's usually putting you away in those situations. Next fight, we got Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. Complete domination from Aaron Pico. He looked amazing. Very good bounce back from his, obviously getting knocked out by Lerone Murphy. He looked amazing. He was controlled on the feet. I did miss kind of the second half of this fight, but very, very dominant from what I saw. And, yeah, Aaron Pico. Motherfuckers talk about this guy like he's fucking Khabib, so
Damn.
we'll see what kind of, how the next little while of his career kind of transpires. He's still in his athletic prime, so there's a lot left from Aaron Pico for sure.
Yep, that fight went pretty much how I expected it to go. Pico looked good doing it. And yeah, that's all I really got to add, bro.
Well said, gents. Well said.
All right, we got the main card. Pretty decent card. How many finishes we had? We had 3 finishes. out of 5 fights. One absolute
And one of the best fights. Yep.
one absolute stinker and one absolute GOAT fight. So
Yeah.
pretty decent little card. Kicking it off, Cub Swanson retirement fight, knocks out Nate Landwehr the first round. Not much to say. Cub Swanson.
He looked good, man. He wanted to go out in style, and that's exactly what he did.
And he did, yeah, exactly. He looked fucking good. We know Cub has that power. He's got power in those mitts, and fuck did he show it. He put Nate out. Absolute butterball. Next fight. I don't know, Barry, you got anything to add?
I was gonna say, bro looks so good for his age. I know he retired, but he did not look like he could retire. He looked like he could keep going. Yeah, just an unreal performance.
He was fighting a fellow old head, so I will say that.
But I mean, Nate's tough though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to put out that quick, especially in the first round. So
Yeah, no, I agree.
Cub looked great, bro. Yeah, great retirement fight. I mean, it was like the Michael Chiesa. Like, you couldn't have really written it up any better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Storybook. Looked unreal. So good for Cub. Next fight.
Yo, you're pounding the mic again.
My bad. Next fight. Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker. I don't got nothing to say about this bullshit. I literally got zero to talk about at this fight. This is one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Why is this a thing lately? Why is this a thing?
Bro, I know I made that little sarcastic joke last episode, like, oh, this fight's probably not going the distance. What the fuck was that bullshit, bro? You're telling me these two guys who have glass chins. I mean, I guess that's maybe
probably
why they
why.
were going at each other. They didn't want to get sparked out. But holy shit, man. That was a smoke break fight. That's probably, like you said, one of the worst fights we've ever seen since we've started watching. Absolute fucking snooze fest. 15-minute fucking fight, and neither guy broke 50 strikes.
Was this fight worse than MVP Sam Patterson?
It's a great conversation. I'm gonna say this fight was it's very similar. It might just be a tad bit better. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's worse because of the expectations going into it.
I agree.
Really?
Like the MVP style, bro. You kind of know, like, some guys aren't gonna want to engage with that, bro. When you get Dominic Reyes and Johnny Walker with the history they have, you expect like a 1-round fight. Someone's getting put out. You don't expect them to just be standing there together for fucking 50. It was like a little spar that they didn't even want to, like, touch each other up in.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Thank fucking God we got this next fight, though, right after that.
Next fight, Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokett.
Greatest heavyweight fight ever.
I think this is one of my greatest fights ever. Not even just heavyweight. This was one of the most insane fights I've ever seen live. Crazy, just back and forth, dudes slugging, just smoking each other, not taking shit from each other, man. There's no respect between these two guys, just walking forward, beating the piss out of each other, and just, it was insane. It was super fun to watch. Crazy scenes. Josh Hokett coming onto the frickin', making a name for himself and impressed big time. Yeah, just pretty insane fight. I don't got much else to say. I feel like we kind of talked about it already, but dude, insane. Yeah, it definitely made up for the fight right before it.
Yeah, bro. Like Dana White said in the past, like he's trying to give us holy shit moments. This whole fight was a holy shit moment. I don't even know how many times I would stand up with my hands on my head like, what the fuck, bro? The fucking exchanges, the combinations. Bro, Josh Hokett put together this beautiful fucking, like, 7-8 strike combination at one point, and Curtis Blades just ate all the shots.
Yeah.
We got Josh Hokett flipping him off as the fight's getting announced, as fucking Bruce Buffer's, saying his name. We got him flipping the bird even more during the fight. And yeah, Curtis Blades was not backing down, bro. He was there for a war too. It's fucking, like you said, one of the greatest fights of all time.
Yeah.
I think it's the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. And pretty funny that they actually went to the hospital in the same ambulance, I believe it was. So they were kind of just chopping shit up, joking around. Josh Hogan's like, fuck, why didn't you just quit? Why didn't you go down? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, respect to both guys. That was fucking awesome. And because of that performance from Josh Hokett, bro, he earned himself a White House fight.
And 200 bands.
And 200 fucking bands. So
not a bad night.
Not a bad night at the office for good old Joshy boy.
And is now the 5th ranked heavyweight. So, holy man,
Yeah.
what a week for bro.
No kidding.
Yeah, unreal fight. One of those fights that if we were out in public, I don't know how we wouldn't have got kicked out of Smitty's or something. We were going crazy at some points. Yeah, if we were watching this out and about, shit would have been crazy. Because, bro, there was moments where we were all standing up, just like going crazy, bro. This shit was nuts, bro.
It was insane. I just couldn't believe neither of these guys would drop, dude. It was nuts.
Yeah. Not even like, it didn't seem like they were getting stunned either. Like, they were just eating it. No defending whatsoever, for the most part.
Yeah.
Just eating punches, throwing jabs. It was nutty, bro.
It's not too often we get to see fights like that, so yeah,
No.
didn't take that one for granted. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. I will say for sure.
They were just trading, bro. They were going band for band in punches.
Yeah, just putting combos together, and like usually you see heavyweight guys slow down a lot, and yeah, they slowed down the later rounds, but like it wasn't significant, you know. Like it was just it wasn't like a Tai Tuivasa fucking Taliesin Teixeira type situation where they just
their punches just got a little sloppier, and they just became less defending, I guess.
But they knew the assignment.
Yeah.
Go out there and try to get a finish, and that's what the boys did. So it's fun fucking fight to watch. Co-main event: Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa getting the finish. Holy, who could have predicted this? What a performance from the boy Costa. Looked pretty dominant for a lot of that fight. I think Azamat had like one moment where he might have hurt Paulo a little bit, but other than that, it was Paulo's fight. Just beating him up with that body kick, that right body kick. You know, as an orthodox versus southpaw guy, Paulo's, you know, ripping that body kick, and then when Azamat drops those hands, going up top, and I'm pretty sure he broke his arm from blocking those kicks, from Dutch blocking those damn kicks, and then the last one that Paulo put up at the chin hit Azamat in the forearm pretty good, and he didn't look great after that. It looked like he was feeling it. So what a performance from Paulo Costa. I think he deserved 100K. Dominated this fight. Great performance.
Yeah, he looked good, man. Paulo's he might be a different man at that new weight class. You never know.
Title contender?
He's fast.
He's a mutant.
That's what I'm wondering. Who do we give Paulo Costa next?
That's a great question, bro. I've seen a lot of people say you could throw him right into the title for an interim belt. You know, and I don't
mind the Ankalaev matchup.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. I want to see Yuri versus Ankalaev because Ankalaev's just, I mean, it's probably not him. It's probably Ali. But saying crazy shit to Yuri on Twitter, I think Yuri sleeps Ankalaev. Fuck Ankalaev. Yeah, that'd be a good matchup. But I want to see Paulo I would like to see like a Paulo versus fucking Khalil even. Like, I feel like there's so many good matchups you could make for Paulo.
Yeah.
And especially after a win like that, you take down an undefeated guy in a different weight division.
In your first fight at that weight division too.
That's exactly it, bro. Like he looked like vintage Paulo Costa there. So
Bro, looked nice.
He did.
Those kicks were fucked, bro. Those fucking body kicks, dude.
Yeah.
He fucked up his own leg. He had an ice pack on the leg afterwards. Won't be surprised if it's like broken or something, fractured, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go quickly with the piss boys. You keep flowing.
Okay. Because those kicks look fucking powerful, bro.
The
way he just I guess chopped the tree down. He just chopped at Azamat throughout that fight. And just fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Unreal performance, man.
He was mixing it up, changing levels really well. Like I said, ripping a body kick, and then Azamat would start to drop his hands in anticipation for it, and then he'd go up top. So just good fight IQ from Paulo. He was engaging a lot. I feel like before the last couple fights, maybe not the Kopylov fight, but before that, like the Sean Strickland fight, he would just back up and kind of let the fight come to him. Would let guys walk him down, and I felt like he really didn't do that this weekend. He was able to control a lot of that fight. Put it at his own pace, and I think 205 is his natural weight class. He's fucking huge.
He's huge, bro. And not to sound like fucking Joe Rogan again, but how the fuck did he make 185?
Yeah, I have no
He's
clue.
huge. He's massive.
And he was saying on Ariel Helwani that he still would fight down at 185 again.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why would you even consider that? Stay at 205 and just keep fucking chinning gets. You know, you just took down the boogeyman, basically. Everyone was saying that this guy was so scary, Azamat, because he's undefeated and shit. And Paulo just took him down with ease almost. So
He's clearly got a way better chance at this weight.
yeah, no, I agree.
Especially, I mean, when you take into consideration like Hamzat. I know Hamzat wants to move up to 205, which is a matchup we could see at some point. Costa versus Hamzat.
It is.
So, I know Paul Lacoste has been saying he wants to get that third Russian because he took down Kopylov, took down Azamat. Now he wants Hamzat.
Bro wants a 3-piece. Oh, that's valid.
Yep, collecting those Russian names like Infinity Stones.
All right, Paulo. Well, I'm on the Paulo Costa train. You know, I remember you guys when I what fight was it? It was the Kopylov fight. I was rooting for Costa. I think you guys took Kopylov, and I said I like Costa, and you guys were acting like I was a damn crazy guy because I said I like Paulo Costa. So
I don't know, dude. I'm still not like completely sold on him. I just don't like his antics, really. He kind of seems to be like this. Like, I don't know if he's faking it or not, but he's trying to be like edgy and shit.
I think all these guys are faking it to an extent, bro. Even Colby Covington. Yeah. I was watching him on DC's podcast today. Even that dude's faking it, you know? So
yeah.
All these guys are faking it to an extent, but we can move on from that fight. We got the main event.
Pain.
Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg. Yeah. Pain is right. Wow, didn't expect this at all. Carlos Ulberg, I mean, you guys probably all know already. You guys saw this shit. Carlos Ulberg hesitates on a kick. Yuri starts to engage. He steps back, and his ACL tears. You can see his whole knee shift. You can see his damn tibia shift. And then locked back in place. That's when his calf made that weird-ass movement. And, yeah, we could see it was affecting him as soon as it happened. Yuri's beating up that front leg, starts screaming at him in his face. And then Carlos with this signature shot, bruh. This is the shit we see in this is, you want to talk about bread and butter? This is Carlos Ulberg's bread and butter, bruh. Fucking check hook, knocked Yuri down, folded him, and then got it done on the, with the ground and pound there. Do you boys really think that Yuri let up? Do you think he was giving him some mercy? I'm a Yuri fan. I think that's bullshit. You're a fighter, bro. You see a guy hurt across from you, you're going to finish that fight. I don't give a fuck. You could say it's mercy. I know Yuri is a different type of animal because he's got interesting morals. He's an interesting dude, interesting personality, but I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it.
Bro, this fight was like I said, it was just pure pain. Right after the injury happened, it's almost like in my head the whole time I'm like, fuck, bro, this is so unfortunate that this fight has to go this way because I was looking so forward to it. It was almost like Yuri was playing with his food. Started doing some autistic, like emoting, pointing down at the ground, screaming at him. Like I said, kind of just looked like he was playing with his food. I don't know if it's a whole mercy thing, like you said. I do kind of think it is because why are you not just spamming fucking leg kicks, bro? Why are you not just absolutely going at him? But, like you said, Ulberg is a great counterpuncher. It is fucking weird to me that before bro actually hit the fucking check hook, he feinted 2 of them, literally like back to back, and then threw the fucking third one and actually landed. Yuri just walked right into it. Not gonna lie, bro. We all know how we all feel about Yuri. Everybody loves Yuri. But fuck, he went kind of brain dead there, bro. He could have ran around that cage for the remaining minute and 15 seconds on the clock.
Got the win.
And he would have won that belt.
Yep.
But that's not who Yuri is, dude.
And that's the thing, bro. He comes from the warrior, tribe, samurai fucking background, right? That's just what he does. But that's what I mean, bro. It was just kind of a brain dead play. I feel like the IQ just kind of went out the door once he saw that. The leg injury I'm talking. And it costed him. But you know what? His kid was just born. Just had a baby girl.
Yeah.
So
there's more to life than fighting.
Exactly, brother. And fucking Ulberg already lost the belt. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
He's banged up, dude.
He went out, had a couple too many drinks, got tired of carrying that belt around, and lost it, bro. Misplaced that shit, and you want to know what's fucking crazy though, bro? We might actually have another fucking light heavyweight vacant fucking belt fight, or even another interim.
Will, dude. I think we will.
Like
This division's
that's
cursed.
what sucks. But yeah, dude, pain.
At this rate, Polakos is going to be the champ.
Never know.
Yep.
Dude, Poton came in there, saved that division, and now that he's gone, it's a fucking wreck again. Jeez.
Fucking shambles, bro.
Yeah. Golly. Yeah, it was a great fight though. Like for what it was, for the first little bit, it was unfortunate. I remember you saying, Quinn, you're fucking like, it's so unfortunate that it went this way, but.
And then a minute later, he starches.
Exactly, like it fucking sucked, that it went that way. It sucks to see Yuri lose, but what a sick moment that was for Carlos Ulberg.
100%.
Dude, that was insane. I just
100%.
remember looking at the screen and like in shock. Complete shock.
And the craziest part about that finish is the fact that if it would have went to the intermission, if the round would have ended, he would have been done.
Yeah.
They would have called the fight.
Yep.
So it makes this win. It also makes Yuri look even more retarded because of it. But like I said, it's not how Yuri plays these fights out, man. He goes into the fight regardless of the situation. Yeah, he easily could have just kept eating up his legs, just play it safe, but we know that's not Yuri's game plan.
Yeah.
Yuri could have a dude with no legs, with no arms, just bust it up, and he would still go into the fire because that's just who he is, man.
Yep.
So it's unfortunate. If you got a fighter with more IQ, I guess just a smarter fighter altogether, they would have won that fight. But this is Yuri Prohaska. This is why he's one of the favorites. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
It is. Yeah. That punch was exactly what I was scared about for Yuri.
Yes.
Stylistically, Carlos Ulberg had every single advantage in that fight. And yeah, I was worried about that counter punch landing, and we saw what happened, boys. So it sucks.
And I got to be honest, dude. I think Ulberg hurting himself in that fight low-key played into his favor. It was kind of a silver lining because against a guy like Yuri, he's gonna kind of lose sight of that.
Yeah.
So you kind of injure yourself, but low-key, it's kind of like a bait situation. You're kind of baiting him in because now he knows you're hurt. So I don't know, man. I feel like Ulberg getting hurt in that moment actually helped him.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. I agree. I think Yuri usually does walk forward pretty aggressively, but I think I don't know. I think that the fact that Carlos's knee, he was on one leg, I think it definitely played a role in it. So, and
you could see Yuri you could see his demeanor change when he saw that Ulberg was limping and backing forward. He was trying to stand a little bit and he was having trouble. You could see Yuri's demeanor change.
Yeah.
So he kind of got a little more reckless. And I don't know why, bro. I mean, I do know why because it's Yuri, but you just didn't need to. You just had to. Yeah, you just had to play it safe. But then again, it's Yuri. It's Yuri talking about. So
whatever, dude. It was a weird situation, but it was a good fight for what it was. The good first round. Yeah. It was entertaining.
Yeah. It was insane, bro. I mean, the outcome was insane. It was wild. It's like the Josh Van Pantoja situation. You just never know at the end of the day.
Yeah. Unpredictable off sport.
Yeah, exactly.
That said, we can move on. We can get to the UFC.
Meat and potatoes.
UFC Winnipeg. Boys, we've been waiting.
We've all been waiting for.
We've been waiting months. We've been waiting weeks for this, and it's finally here. It is fight week. I can't wait for you guys to see all the content that we're gonna post after this weekend. It's gonna be so sick. QJB, what you watching, dude?
Got the Jack game on right now.
Oh, I didn't even know, bro. I didn't even know regular season was still going on. But
last game, baby.
Final game. Probably a lot of fighters at this game, I think.
Yeah.
I know Aimann's there.
Yeah, Aiemann was saying he was there, but yeah, UFC Winnipeg. Very, 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 very highly anticipated for us, guys. This will be our first live UFC event. It's super funny. We're talking about what are the odds that the UFC comes to Winnipeg after we start a podcast, after, we get into this whole media space, like what are the odds that they come to Winnipeg? It feels like it's silver lining. It feels like the stars are, aligning. It's meant to be. And I'm so hyped to go see it just all transpire and go down. It's going to be a fun-ass night, and I can't wait for you guys to all see the content that we're going to put out for it. I think we should go through every fight briefly. We can talk about the ones that we want to talk about more in depth, but starting off, we got Jamie Siraj versus John Yanis. Mentioned Jamie is coming on next week on Tuesdays, coming for an episode on the Frozen Fist podcast. I think he's 14-3, I want to say, outside of the UFC with 11 finishes. Very dynamic. He's a great fighter. He has the experience. He's been fighting regionally in Canada for a while now. I don't know much about John Yanis, but I'm going to stick with the Canadian here. I'm going with the Canadian. I think it's only right. I want to see Jamie do well, especially with everything that he's been through. We're fortunate to even have him, fighting on this card. Bro was fucking this close to not only never fighting again, but never fucking living again. So, what a story. Crazy story, yeah. Crazy stuff, and I want to see him do really well.
You worded it perfectly. I would love to see Jamie pull off a win, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Am I biased? Fuck yeah, I am. But I do still think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good match.
Dude, Jamie, he is a chiseled get, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's ripped. He is a little muscle ball.
Yeah, dude.
Might be well, I don't know why it says he's a bantamweight on here. I'm pretty sure he's a featherweight, but the UFC app is saying he's a bantamweight. Very weird. But
is this a catchweight bout?
It might be. That's a good point. It's short notice, so very possibly could be. Next fight, John Castaneda versus Mark Vologden. We saw Mark yesterday, little dude. But
yeah, you guys didn't know he's 5'3", bro.
I had no idea. Mark is a fucking brawler. He is the much smaller guy in this fight, but I don't really think that matters to him. I think he's going to go out there and fucking die on his shield. And I don't know if he's going to win, but I want to see him win. I want to see Mark do well. Because that Contender Series fight was one of the... I'll say it was fucking nasty. It was gross, but it was a good fight, bro.
Probably the greatest Contender Series fight of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about John Castaneda, but Mark Vologden, bro, we know what we're going to get with him, clearly. I think he'll make it a fun fight, and I'm excited to see him perform.
Pretty cool his debuts in Winnipeg.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a ton about Castaneda, but I got to go with Mark, bro. When he walked by, hood up and everything, he looked fucking dialed, so I'm going with Mark.
Looked a little menacing, huh?
He looked menacing for a little dude.
For just a little guy.
Yep.
Next fight, Jamie Lynn Horth versus JJ Aldrich. Going with Jamie Lynn. She's coming off a knockout. Win. When was that again? Was that in December?
Yeah.
Okay.
December 13th, which I think was Apex, right?
That was the last card of the year at the Apex. Yeah. So Jamie coming off a big win, coming off a knockout win. She looked really good in that performance. I want to see her get it done again. This is kind of a good test for her. A little bit of a higher end competition, and another Canadian to be put on the map. That's the way I look at it. So, want to see her do well. I think she will. I'm going with Jamie.
Let's go, Jamie. I'm on the Jamie train.
Let's go.
Let's go, Jamie. This is a good test. I feel like JJ Aldrich is a good name to get on your resume at this point. But I mean, shit, could go either way. But I'm going with Jamie.
Yeah. Next fight, we got friend of the show, Melissa Croden versus Daria Zelezniakova. I'm going Melissa Croden. Come on, you know that. We got the friend of the show, Melissa Croden. She's coming off a loss, but I wouldn't even consider that a loss. She was just getting laid on. Not her fault. I'm sure she cleaned up whatever she needed to clean up. I'm sure she addressed the holes in her game, if you could even say there was any holes. Luana Santos is a very good grappler, so it's tough to get up against someone of that caliber. But I'm going with Melissa Croden. We saw Melissa yesterday. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but fuck is she big? I didn't realize how tall she was. So we're going with Melissa. I think she gets it done, and I want to see her do well. Get her back on the pod.
Yep. I'm on the Melissa train as well, obviously. It should be a good scrap. Zelezniakova, she's kind of fun to watch. I know she has, what is she, 2-1 in the UFC, but she's coming off a decision win over Melissa Dixon. I'm not too familiar with her, but
Melissa Mullins.
Melissa Mullins.
what?
Melissa Mullins is her last fight.
Why the fuck does it say Melissa Dixon's, bro?
Maybe she
Oh,
got
she a
married.
Name change.
Maybe.
Ooh, Ronnie's son with the detective work.
Shout out Daria. But yeah, no, I think Melissa's gonna pull it off, bro. I want to see her knock her out. I
Yeah,
like Melissa striking, so maybe we get a little knockout. You never know.
I'm
I'm
predicting a round 3 TKO from Melissa here.
I was also gonna say, I think I see a TKO coming here. Daria, I'm pretty sure she's a striker, so I'm high on Melissa striking, obviously. So let's go, Croden.
Melissa got a big target
Really?
with Daria's freaking lips, bro. Are those real? You guys think those are real?
Nah.
She got some injections.
Wait,
in
is
those.
Daria is she an OnlyFans chick? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't know, dude. I
She
feel
got
like
twerked on by an OnlyFans chick.
every
Yeah,
other
no
freaking
doubt.
girl I see in the UFC is a dang OnlyFans chick. I've seen like 4 or 5 in the
True.
last couple weeks, bro. Unintentionally, by the way. I'm not even looking for that stuff, and it just pops up. Fuck.
Hey man, you can't
Hey.
even really blame them.
No, they got to get their
Breaking
bag.
news.
Oh,
Charles Oliveira's in the building at the Jets game. Bro's in the press box.
yo!
Hey, let's go, Charles.
What the heck? Yo, that's sick.
Charlie Olive's getting some hockey in. I love it.
That's
Let's
dope.
go, dude.
That's dope. That's fucking sick. Next fight, Tanner Bozer, Gokhan Sarakam. Now, this is a tough one, boys, because Tanner Bozer is a UFC veteran. He's taking a couple years away from the sport. But Gokhan, however you say his name, Gokhan, he is a promising little prospect coming out of one of those European countries. Pretty sure he was a Bellator guy, and just some pretty vicious knockouts from what I was seeing. So I want to root for Tanner, the Canadian. I think he's a Prairie's boy too. He's from Saskatchewan, Barry, right? I'm pretty sure.
Tanner, I think he might be Alberta. I don't know. Let me check.
It's one of the two, but I really want to root for him. And we got to meet him yesterday. I didn't really talk to him much, but
Bro, I fist bumped him. His fists felt like bricks.
I bet, dude. I thought he was bigger too. He's not too not like crazy tall, you know. Thought he'd be a lot taller, but yeah. Either way, big fucking dude.
Fists felt like bricks, bro.
I'm sorry to Tanner.
He fights out of Alberta.
Okay. I'm sorry to Tanner. I want to root for him, but I'm thinking Gokhan Sarakam wins this one in his UFC debut.
I want to root for Tanner. I am going to go with Tanner just because I'm going to take all the Canadians on this card no matter what. Gokhan hasn't fought in 2 years. Last time he fought was June 16th of 2023 in Bellator. So maybe 2-year layoff could obviously could do him well, but could also, maybe he's going to come in there with a little bit of rust. You never know. I'm going to lean on the fact that Tanner can just maybe starch him, put him out.
Heavyweight, you never know.
Exactly. There's always a puncher's chance, especially in the heavyweight division. So I'm going to go with Tanner. Barrett said he felt like bricks, so I'm going to take him for his word. Let's go with the Canadian.
Yeah, I also got to go with Tanner, bro. This is Gokhan's debut, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Older
don't
than I
know a
thought.
ton about this guy. Yeah, 35 years old. I'm going with Tanner, bro. This guy knocked out the guy Francis Ngannou's fighting on the MVP card. So there's that. Fun fact for you.
I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm going with Tanner. I didn't realize.
Okay.
I didn't realize Gokhan was this old. Also, didn't realize he took 2 years off. I was just looking at some of his highlights. He looked like a scary git in Bellator. But I also got to take into account that a lot of these guys coming over from Bellator, they're buns. They're buns. So I'm gonna go with Tanner. Hopefully, I don't regret switching my pick. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I want to take the Canadian
Another
boy.
reason I'm also going with Tanner is because he's been out of the UFC for 2.5 years. He said on media day, he said, "You don't miss it until you're gone. Like until you're outside of the UFC, you don't miss it. You kind of take it for granted, I guess."
Yeah.
So it sounds like he's eager to get back in there, and I feel like, man, a win this weekend puts you in a good spot, especially coming back. You know, it gets you back in the UFC in a good way, especially if he knocks him out.
Yes.
So let's go Tanner, bro. We're here for the comeback story.
Absolutely. Next fight, we got our friend of the show, Julian LeBlanc versus Robert Valentin.
Yeah.
Bro, he's a fucking sweet guy.
Dope,
He walked
dude.
out of the hotel last night. He recognized us right away. So shout out to him. Got to dap him up, take a picture with him.
Dope dude.
I got nothing else to say, bro. I'm taking Julian LeBlanc in this one.
Yeah,
we all know how fucking low I feel about Robert Valentin.
Yeah.
So I think Julian might make easy work of him. I'm not gonna lie.
Julian LeBlanc first round KO. Fuck Robert Valentin. He's a punching. Actually, pretty chill dude. Pretty chill dude from what I was seeing, but he's a punching.
Hey.
He's a punching bag.
Bro used to curl with Nino Niederreiter.
Yeah, that's insane.
Shout out Nino.
How funny is that?
That is insane. Yeah. Shout out Robert. You know, cool dude from actually what I was seeing. I haven't been impressed with him in a fight yet. I'm not super high on him, and I think Julian, just the way he fights, he's a pressure fighter. I think he's gonna come in there and get it done.
Yeah, not a ton else to add. Obviously, we're going with Julian, man. Shout out, friend of the show. Hyped to get him back on after this fight, man. So, yeah, really hoping for a big win here. Very doable. Let's go, Julian. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go for that.
Let's go for that, Julian. Yeah, we're gonna get him back on after this big win. But yeah, I got Julian first round KO. Next fight, last one on the prelims, Dennis Bazookia versus Marcio Barbosa. Give me Marcio Barbosa coming off the Contender Series. This is a decent fight, but I'm gonna go Marcio Barbosa simply just because I don't really remember his Contender Series fight, but I know he's pretty violent. He's young. He's in his athletic prime, as you know, Dennis Bazookia is. He is the smaller dude, but I think that has its own advantages. So I'm gonna go Marcio Barbosa. Method of victory, I'm not too sure. I think this could be a bloody competitive fight. But yeah, I'm leaning Marcio in his UFC debut.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna go Marcio as well. I'm gonna take him first round knockout. He's on a 4-fight first round knockout streak right now, so why not make it 5?
I'm going Marcio, bro. This guy's fight history is absolutely diabolical. Every single fight he's ended in the first round except for one.
Yeah, crazy. So
those are his wins, obviously. His 2 losses have been in the second round, but
kind of
he's
interesting.
only at,
Sorry, Barrett. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, his last 4 fights have all ended in the first round via finish, via KO/TKO. His Dana White Contender Series fight, if I remember correctly, he absolutely arched the guy. So I'm going with him, bro. I'm pretty high on him as of right now.
I wonder why they took this one off the main card. Because this was a main card fight.
Whoa, great question, actually.
Not too sure, but yeah, the boys are leaning with Marcio here.
I wonder if
Oh, maybe because of the Allen.
Yeah. The fight that got removed, so they just maybe that was it.
That would make sense. Moving on to the main card, we got Thiago Moses versus Gage Young. Thiago Moses is a veteran of the lightweight division. He's fought guys the likes of freaking Islam Makhachev. I think he's one of the only guys to ever land a takedown on Islam Makhachev. Him and Bill. So
What the fuck?
that's pretty insane. I'm going Gage Young though. I'm going with the young blood. Honestly, no real reason other than just him being the younger fighter. Yeah, I mean, I got really not much else to say. I think Thiago Moses kind of, he's only 31, but I feel like he's maybe declining a little bit. He's coming off a loss, a TKO to Jared Gordon.
Yeah, it's not a good loss.
That isn't. So I'm going with Gage Young. Method of victory, again, I'm not too sure. I would assume that this fight, he's going to want to keep this fight on the feet. But, yeah.
I'll make it nice and easy and just say I'm going Gage Young as well. For all the reasons you just named.
Initially, I was thinking Moses, bro.
That's not
He's got
crazy.
he's got a lot of experience, and he might be keen to get back in the win column, especially coming off a loss to Jared Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm going with Gage Young. I will say, Gage tweeted today that Winnipeg is a dump.
Did he really?
Oh yeah.
Where is he? Isn't he from like fucking Mississippi or no? He's from Massachusetts, right? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know where he's from. I will say, this is a very bad time of the year. We're kind of in like a no man's land. Like, it's between winter and summer. It's just not great. So Gage, if you're listening to this, come back around summertime, bro. The summers are great, bro. Mm-hmm. So
come smoke a J with us.
Don't rip on it. Don't rip on it. Just, you know, give us some time, bro. Give us some time. Winnipeg's nice. Just gotta be here around the right time.
This shit kind of ass. This city is kind of ass. I'm getting out of this place ASAP, Gage. So I don't blame you, but still, fuck you, dude. Come back in summer, bro. Yeah, it's not. I mean, any place you go is not bad in summer, but it's not bad in summer. So we can move on though. Next fight, we got Jasmine versus freaking Karine Silva. Oh my gosh, I do not like watching Karine Silva whatsoever. I hope Jasmine puts her out quickly. I could see a round 2 or 3 Jasmine Jasudavicius ground and pound TKO here. That's my prediction. Book it.
I honestly think you worded it perfectly, bro. I could see that playing out exactly how you said. I'm taking Jazz, bro. Let's be real.
Yep.
Not a question.
Yep. And she's
also going Jazz.
She's coming off a KO loss. She's hungry. She's 37. You know, she don't got too much time left in her career, bro. She wants to, you know, make one last run for that title, I'm guessing. Give me Jazz, man. Give me Jazz. Let's get it.
Yeah, also going Jazz. I could definitely see her getting this done via finish. Yeah, Karine. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about her.
I don't like her at all, dude. I think she's boring.
Really?
I think she's boring. I can't remember what fight it was.
The fighting nerd, bro. She's a fighting nerd.
No, she's the worst one. So.
She's at the Forks, bro. She's at the Forks.
Is she really? Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. I still don't like her, bro. I still don't like her. I don't fuck with her. I don't know, dude. There was one fight I can't even pinpoint it or really, you know, remember back to it. But there was one fight that I saw and I was just like, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? And just like, kind of just accepting defeat. It might have been the Macy Barber fight. Just accepting.
She took
defeat.
Barber to decision, so I don't know.
Yeah, Macy Barber just got freaking nearly killed, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not high on Karine Silva.
Valid.
Dude, there was a fight where she robbed someone. I can't remember it. I would have to go look at her Tapology, but ever since then, there's been a bad taste in my mouth about her. And yeah,
valid.
She's the worst fighting nerd, but we'll move on. Featured fight on the card. We got our boy, friend of the show, Mandel Nallo versus Jai Herbert. Give me Mandel, man. Give me Mandel. It's a tough test for his UFC debut. I feel like Jai Herbert thrives against guys who are shorter than him. I said this in a video that I uploaded. I feel like he thrives against guys who are smaller. You know, we saw him obviously not. You know, the only guy to ever knock down Ilia Topuria. The only guy to get that close to, you know, winning against Ilia Topuria. But Mandel Nallo is not that much smaller than Jai. Mandel Nallo has crazy power. We know how skilled he is. Everyone talks about how skilled he is. I think he's gonna impress a lot of people in his UFC debut, and I think he's gonna make his way into the rankings pretty quickly, boys.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Again, you take the words right out of my mouth, bro. Just like the way you put things in my mouth, bro. Sorry about. Yeah, I got Mandel in this one, obviously. Canadian get, and that's about it, bro. That's about it.
I mean, shit. I'm bro. We already know, bro. I'm going with Mandel.
Mandel's freaking jacked.
Yeah, he's the freaking interview on this episode, bro. Frozen fist bump. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Mandel does got the frozen fist bump this episode.
Yep. Making his debut, our hometown. Let's go, dude. Big win coming up.
That's exciting. You know, what if we told, you know, ourselves when we were watching the Contender Series that he'd be making his debut in Winnipeg? Crazy.
And coming on the show the same week too, like
wild. crazy events. But yeah, shout out Mandel. He's going to get it done. We are going to chin Jai Herbert. Jai Herbert is chinny as well. So against a dude with the power of Mandel Nallo,
it's doable. It's freaking doable.
It's more than doable. It's gonna happen.
It's more than doable.
I predict it happening.
Inevitable.
Yep. Co-main event: Charles Jourdain versus Kyler Phillips.
Whew.
This is a banger. So Kyler Phillips is not in the bantamweight rankings anymore. So this is not a ranking fight actually for Charles Jourdain. Pardon me. But I think Charles Jourdain is going to get this one done by decision. Kyler Phillips does not get finished much. But I will say if there is a guy to finish Kyler Phillips, I think it is Charles Jourdain. Very explosive dude. Very dynamic. Very creative. Very quick. You could say a lot of stuff about Charles Jourdain. He's looking very good at 135. He's 2-0 at 135 with 2 finishes by guillotine. I'm going with a Charles Jourdain win. I think he's going to get it done. And I think he's going to do it in spectacular fashion. Does he get the finish? I don't know. But I think it's going to be spectacular fashion win for Charles Jourdain. Put himself even more on the map.
Yep. I think our boys Sugar Shane and Tim Welch are going to be paying close attention to this fight because Kyler Phillips is their boy. And Timbo was talking pretty highly of him, but like I said, bro, I got to go with the Canadian, Charles Jourdain. Coming off that big fucking submission win over Davey Grant, hits him with that flying knee. You got to watch out for those, bro. You really do. If you're Kyler Phillips, you got to watch out for those flying knees.
He's bouncy, dude.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with the Charles Jourdain finish in this fight, bro. Ooh. I think he's gonna be able to do it. Bro looks like a different beast at bantamweight, and I think he's gonna continue to look good. So I'm going CJ by finish. Okay. How's he gonna get it done? I don't know. I don't care. I just think he's gonna do it.
Gilly, jump the Gilly.
Jump the freaking baby. Gilly, dude. Flying knee up the gut. I'm also going Charles Jourdain. We had him on. Cool ass dude.
Yeah, very cool dude.
Whether he gets it done, I'm not sure. I think it's possible, but I don't know. Kyler Phillips is no Davey Grant. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough test, though. This is a very tough test for him. Big jump in competition. I feel like Kyler Phillips is just outside of that. He's just outside of that top 15. So
yeah.
I'm very, very hyped for this fight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great one. A lot of stakes on the line with this fight.
Yeah.
Main event, boys. We got Gilbert Burns versus Proper Mike. Gilbert Burns. This guy's fought the best of the best in welterweight, man. That said, he's 39 years old. He's on a 4-fight skid. Those losses are against guys like Bilal Muhammad, Michael Morales. Who else? Sean Brady and JDM. So obviously good competition, but I think Mikey Malot's gonna add another L to the record of Gilbert Burns. Mike Malott, new Canadian on the block. He's pretty much like our poster boy, you know, the UFC Canada's poster boy. And I've seen a lot of people say that they don't like him online and stuff because of his loss to Neil Magny and whatnot, but Mike Malot's going to get out here. He's going to prove a lot of people wrong. He's going to get it done. I think he's going to finish this fight, too. I think he's going to finish this fight by knockout/TKO. What round? I don't know. I'm going to say round 3. Round 2 or 3.
Okay.
But shit, brother. Gilbert Burns is he is on a skid. He's not a fucking slouch, brother. This guy has power in his hands. He's got some of the best jiu-jitsu and wrestling in the UFC. Put up probably one of the best fights against Hamzat Chimaev. And he's just fucking he could be a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he will be, but he's the Hall of Very Good maybe. I think Mike Malot's gonna get it done though, boys. And call me biased. I don't care. I am biased. I'm going with Mike Malott.
Yep. Obviously, I'm taking the Canadian as well, Mike Malott. I think he will be able to get it done. But if you're a betting person, I would honestly recommend staying away from this fight. I understand Gilbert Burns is coming in on a 4-fight losing streak. Hasn't won a fight since 2023. But if you go back and look at his fighting history, bro, those 4 fights he lost in a row, he's fighting the top dogs. You
Yeah.
got Bilal Muhammad, you got Sean Brady, you got JDM, you got Michael Morales. Obviously, going up against a guy like Mike Malott, obviously had that performance against Kevin Holland, just kind of kicking him in the nuts a bunch. Obviously, you got to think that affected the way Kevin Holland fought. Knocked out Charles Radke, got a decision win against Trayvon Giles, lost Neil Magny. I just think Gilbert's, he's on his way out. Like I said, I know he fought those top-end guys, but I think he's on his way out, boys. 39 years old. I think Mike Malott will be able to get it done. Do I think he finishes him? No, I don't think he does. I think it's going to be a 5-round war, and I think Mike Malott's going to be able to pull off the decision. That's all I got, man. Let's go, Mike.
Man, whew. This is a close matchup. I'm going with Mike. This is his first 5-round fight. I can see him winning 3 out of 5 rounds more than Gilbert winning 3 out of 5 rounds. So, I see this going to the decision. Wouldn't be surprised if Mike is able to finish him, but I personally can't really see it. I think Gilbert's just too grizzled. He's just a vet, bro. I don't know. I can't see that happening. Mike's the bigger guy, more reach. Yeah, Mike's the first Canadian headliner since GSP, I think it was, right?
No, Rory McDonald.
Or Rory McDonald. But it's been a while since the Canadians headlined cards.
Yeah, it has. It's I think it was 2016, so 10 years.
Yep, fucking decade, bro.
Crazy, man. So yeah, we're going with our boy Mike, proper Mike. I think he's probably going to be at the Jets game too. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure he's coming.
So Hobby was just shooting T-shirts into the stand.
Oh, really?
No
way.
The T-shirt down.
Our boy.
Hobby,
yeah, we know that dude. We're friends with him.
That's my boy.
Oh, Julian LeBlanc repping the Aviator gift as well, or the Aviator jersey. Sorry, Aviator Jets jersey. I gotta show this on cam here.
Hey, shout out
Our boy Julian. So
Let's go.
other than that, boys, freaking long app. We've been yapping. It's UFC Winnipeg Fight Week, boys. This is crazy. It's a full circle moment for the Frozen Fist fellas. I know this card isn't crazy, but we're very thankful to have a card in Winnipeg, in our home city, and the opportunity to go see some fights live, the opportunity to make a lot of content around it. It's going to be a fun-ass weekend. It's going to be just a good time with the boys, It's kind of hard to put into words, bro. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that the UFC's coming to Winnipeg. I'm grateful that, it worked out this way, that we started Frozen Fists and then this happened. And yeah, just a very cool situation, and I'm happy that I get to experience it with you guys, man. It's going to be a dope weekend.
Let's go, brother. It's going to be fucking awesome. I got to get out of here. I got to go make some fucking poutine for me and the wife. But, yeah, dude, it was a good episode. Obviously, I'm super excited for tomorrow. We're going to go to the Q&A, go to the fucking press conference, and then Saturday, bruh, we got a full 8-hour shift going into Canada Life Center.
Yeah.
Glad the UFC's here, like you said. Card's not the greatest, but I do think we're going to get some good scraps. If you are a hardcore UFC fan, I think you can appreciate some of these matchups we got. And yeah, like you said, I'm just excited to go experience the UFC, bro. See the lights, see the sounds, see the whole setup they got. And it's going to be fun to watch all these Canadians go out there and rep Canada. So let's just enjoy, boys.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like Dana White says, just shut up and watch the fights.
Exactly,
It's been too long since the UFC's came here. It's been a long while. This is the 3rd time the UFC's been to Winnipeg, so we don't take it for granted, bro. It's hyped that it's back in our city. Yeah, man, this is exciting. It's already been an awesome week, like I said. It's just getting started. Saturday's about to be like the longest day ever. It's gonna feel long. I'm hyped, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah.
UFC Winnipeg. Let's fucking go.
It's going to be fun, bro. I'm very excited.
Hey, the homie Colin just sent a picture of Charles Oliveira at the Jet game, and guess who he's with, bro? He's with the translator. I don't remember his name, but it's the
Oh,
you know,
Oh,
the guy with the
shit.
blonde hair
Yeah.
with the part in it. He's
Yep.
translates for everybody.
Yeah.
He's there if you
Yo.
want some
Fire.
Jets hockey too with Charles, so that's
Fire.
pretty fucking cool.
Hell yeah, dude. W is calling at the game.
No, he sent a screenshot from someone else that was there.
Understand.
But yeah, that's awesome, bro. I like seeing all these UFC guys in Winnipeg.
It's crazy.
Bad time to
crazy.
come, like Bart said. It would have been better if it was like a summertime card, because bro,
Mhm.
when the snow starts melting and the roads are fucking dirty as shit, yeah. It's
And the
not
trees
fair.
grow back, and there's the greenery. It's beautiful.
Color put into the city, yeah. Bad
Yeah.
time to come, but hey, I'm not fucking complaining.
Hell no. Hell no. I'm sure those guys have seen worse, bro. Like you said, fucking Gage Young from damn Massachusetts. I'm sure he's seen some shit. But anyways, yeah. Super grateful for, what we're about to experience. It's gonna be fun, man. And yeah, I don't think there's too much else to cover. Shout out to all of our guests who are fighting this weekend, whoever's, we came on the show. We wish you guys all luck, obviously. Shout out to all the Canadians. Shout out to Mandel for coming on for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What else? Shout out to JD. Shout out to JD. He hooked us
Yes.
up big time,
Shout
man. We owe this guy a lot because he hooked
Cool
us up.
fucking dude as well, man. Just
Really
genuine.
Really cool dude, very genuine. He hooked us up with a lot of good connections, and him himself is an insane connection to have because he's gonna set up interviews for us, and it just shout out to JD. He just an absolute legend, bro. He's making our lives very easy right now, and he was very I don't want to say appreciative, but he was very welcoming and like open arms to us, introducing us to people, and shit was just crazy. Shout out him, shout out Aiemann. We've low-key created a little bit of like a friendship relationship with Aiemann Zahabi. Like, how fucking crazy is that? It's insane. So, just wild. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you made it this far.
Yo, if you spot a Frozen Fist sticker out and about downtown Winnipeg, take a pic, tag us, send it to us, DM us, whatever.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know, bro.
Let us know. And if you guys see us at the event, come say what's up to the
Hey,
boys.
what's up? Yeah.
Come say what's up to the boys. We want to see, who's watching our pod, who's digging into our stuff and whatnot, and we'd love to get some pics with you guys. So come say what's up if you guys see us. Hope you guys
We'll be handing out stickers, whatever, bro.
Yeah, we'll be handing out stickers. We're gonna do some street interviews. So, if you guys want to be in a Frozen Fizz video, come say what's up to us. And yeah, bro.
That's been it, boys.
There's not too much else to say, bro. I'm gonna let you get to
the
it.
fuck out of here.
I gotta let you get to it.
UFC Winnipeg!
Let's go. Peace. Yo, what's going on, boys? Sorry for the interruption again. I just wanted to give another shout out to another sponsor of the pod in Nutritology. Supplementation is huge and super important for athletes, and especially in a sport like MMA where your body and your brain are taking constant abuse and damage. Nutritology will be perfect for you guys. They offer a wide variety of supplements helping with performance, recovery, basically whatever you need. I personally am a huge fan of the Lion's Mane from Nutritology, the Lion's Mane Complex, as well as the creatine. I take both supplements every single day. I wanted to highlight these two supplements in particular because Lion's Mane Complex and creatine are both nootropics. So basically they're both supplements that repair neural pathways inside of the brain. So very important for if you guys are sparring or you clash heads at jiu-jitsu or something. These will be two supplements that will help you guys out tremendously. The Lion's Mane in particular, super good for maintaining focus, just keeping that mind sharp, memory, whatever it may be, just keeping the mind sharp outside of the gym. The link to the website is in our bio on every single social media: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know if it's on Twitter, but we'll get on that, where you guys can use our code FROZEN for 10% off all of your purchases. Once again, guys, if you're serious about your training, whether you are involved in combat sports or not, if you're an athlete in general, or if you just like to go to the gym, take your supplementation seriously and shop with Nutritology. Let's get back to the episode.